Several members of Bethesda Game Studios leadership team had an interview with Game Informer about the future of Fallout franchise. One of the things that they have mentioned is the fact that Fallout 5, one of the key things that they have mentioned is they're aiming for the game to be built in a way that players have to play Fallout for 600 hours in order to complete it. Yeah, 600 hours. If you played their previous games, you know their formula kind of leans in on you playing hundreds and thousands of hours of their game, and it's not really a surprise to hear. What's surprising is like they're trying to take it down a similar path to what Fallout 76 has done. I think, as you know, Fallout 76 is an online RPG. It's not a single player game like the previous Fallout was, but even though it was kind of a disaster at launch, they fixed it. I guess they fixed it enough so people came back to it. But yeah, it's built in a way that you can do a lot of things for a very long time. They had a lot of major DLCs releasing every now and then. So it looks like the team at Bethesda Game Studios are taking a similar approach and using the similar concepts that they used in Fallout 76 to build Fallout 5. That's what it sounds like. One of the lead developers working on Fallout's next major iteration revealed that the goal is 600 hours in an ideal world. It's not the kind of game that can be played for just 20 hours, but players are going to be given enough meat on the irradiated bones to play for extremely long time. Apart from like narrative focused games like Indiana Jones, even with Starfield, like they went all out with it. Like it's supposed to be this ultimate game where it never really stopped playing it, even though it kind of went sideways with in terms of story wise and the gameplay wise. We don't know a lot about the game, but Todd Howard recently confirmed that it will be tied with the ongoing TV show, the Prime Video show. So that's interesting. Yeah, so this is exactly what they have said in the interview. I would be happy with a game that is successful as the previous Fallout games that continue to give fans what they love. You know, and to give them a story that they can get into and systems that they love and really just an experience that they play for 20 hours and not for 100 hours, but an experience they can play for 200, 300, 600 hours, because that's the kind of games you make. That would be my hope going forward. Keep doing what we've done and also evolve. Obviously, like if you're like a really hardcore fan of Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and really like spend a lot of time in open world RPGs like this is probably like not a big deal. It's probably rookie numbers for you, but Fallout is the kind of series that you can easily spend 1,000+ hours in a run. And it's obviously going to have like mod and creation club content and expansion and regular updates as they do with other games. So I'm assuming they are going to build Fallout 4 to be one that's going to last for a very long time. I don't know whether the approach for Fallout going to be a similar approach to what Rockstar did with GTA Online. I don't know whether Bethesda's planning to do something like that. I mean, that's essentially what Fallout 76 was. Essentially, it's an open world MMORPG, and that has worked out pretty well for them, not in a massive scale, but it worked out pretty well for them. Obviously, seeing the success of that, and it has become a bit of a cash cow for Bethesda as well, so why not continue that? Obviously, you can't expect them to go back on just a single player open world game and then just call it a day. They're obviously going to try to milk that shit as much as possible, because they're, at the end of the day, they're a company, and Microsoft, Xbox is struggling. They need more money. Not Microsoft, Xbox is struggling. Obviously, they're gonna try whatever they can do to get to make as much money as possible. That's a given. This is what they're going for. They want Fallout 76 is essentially probably gonna cease to exist, and they're gonna stop support for that, I think. Or maybe they'll keep it alive, I don't know. But Fallout 4 will be bigger, better version of 76, where the support and the content will keep coming, expansions will keep dropping, and it'll be supported for decades. I think that's what Fallout 5 is going to be. And let's face it, Todd Howard is eventually going to retire soon because, he's getting old. He's not going to be around for Fallout 6 creation. So he wants to make sure this is something that they can run for a really long time. So I think that's the goal here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just my take on it. Let me know if you think otherwise, because I would love to know what you guys think. If you don't know when it's coming, we just know that they're working on it. It's the same with Elder Scrolls, right? Like we really don't know the release windows for these games. They're just working on it, and that's all we know. It's probably gonna be like a 2030, if not later, when we see it. So if you're playing Fallout 76, don't panic. You still got a lot of time. We're just going into 2026, so you got at least another 5 years, I would say, before Fallout 5 comes out.